Okay, time for take 2, I guess. Pulmonary fibrosis. Now, mine started to reveal itself many years ago, and if I'd known to be looking for them, I would have spotted the signs. The earliest I can recall was playing guitar. I played guitar in a country rock band called Gold Rush for 11.5 years, and as the years rolled by, it became harder and harder to cut my fingernails back far enough to stop them touching the strings on the frets. And I never realised at the time, but that was signs of a lung disease, and that was years ago. And your fingers club, your fingernails grow over the ends of your fingers. No wonder I had such a hard time holding down chord shapes. Anyway, that was when I was 30 odd. So that was going back a good many years that the first signs of lung disease were revealing themselves. Anyway, and the sad upshot of that now is my nails are that bad that I can't play guitar anymore. And even though I've hung on to a lovely acoustic guitar and enjoyed strumming and singing and writing my own songs, now I can't play the guitar anymore, and that really is sad. What else can we tell you? It's dragging this tube. I got a 50-foot tube that runs from an oxygen condenser, whatever. It takes in air and compresses into oxygen. That's what supplies me. And that tube drags around all around the house. It's a nuisance for everybody in the house, and an even bigger nuisance for me, because I guarantee you, if that thing can hook and snag on something, hook and snag on it, it will, and it gets very frustrating. And that's another thing. This disease affects me. Stress. If I get stressed, I can't breathe. And the more stressed I become, the harder it is for me to breathe, and it becomes a vicious circle in the end. And a simple thing like this thing hooking on something, and I'll pull it, it won't free, I'll pull it again, then I walk back to see what it's snagged on, and by then I've walked too fast, because I can't walk fast. But in my anger, I've walked quickly back to find what it's snagged on. I yank it free, and my stress levels are up here, and I'm in panic stations. And I'm an intelligent man, but it's so very hard to reteach yourself how to move, how slowly to move, how not to jump up out of a chair and rush across the room to answer the phone. Because if I do that, when they say hello on the phone, I can't speak to them because I'm gasping for breath. And do you know how hard that is to always remember to get up really slowly, deep breaths of oxygen before you move across Because if you've been sitting relaxed, you're breathing very shallow, your oxygen levels are going to nothing, you know what I mean? So then when you put demands on your body for oxygen, these poor old lungs haven't got it to give you. And if you're not careful, you end up going dizzy and feeling like you're going to fall over. But then you start coughing, and it's just unpleasant all round. That'll do for now. I've always been a very active guy, always done it myself, so to speak. House repairs, laying carpet, anything within the house I would do. Worked as a painter and decorator, gigged with a band, always busy. So now it becomes really frustrating when I have to think twice before taking on the simplest of tasks. If I sweep the kitchen floor with a broom, if I'm not careful, I can't breathe. I get so exhausted, and I have no chance of kneeling down and sweeping it into a dustpan. So I have to leave these little piles for my poor wife to pick up after me. I can do the part of it and not the rest. It's frustrating. I can't take trash out. I cannot lift and pull that bag out and carry it out to the trash. Just can't do it. And changing a light bulb. This is me gonna change a light bulb in a ceiling fixture. Okay, I get my tubes, get them all ready, make sure they're gonna reach the shed out in the yard. Open the door, pull the tubes out, close the door, making sure I don't pinch the tube. Walk across the yard into the shed, get the pair of steps. Okay, carry the steps back to the house, then stand there, getting my breath back before opening the door, lifting the steps in, pulling all my tube in, away from the door, and closing the door. Then I have to stand and get my breath back. Okay, then I carry the steps into the room where the light fitting is and get the bulb and stand there. I'm not tired, but I'm plucking up the courage to climb up the steps, because I just don't have the confidence in myself that I can climb up 3 steps of a ladder safely. And after a few minutes composing myself, I will step on the first rung of the ladder and lift myself up and stand there breathing, taking air, and then I'll hold on and check my balance, and I will step up once more. I might even see if I can reach from there, but I know I can't, so I wait again and I'll climb up onto the 3rd step. And once there, I wait until I'm feeling safe and snug, and then I will change the light bulb. Going down's a little bit quicker because I know safety's at the bottom, you know. But that whole task, collecting the steps, bringing them in, doing the job, putting the steps back, normally would have taken me 5-10 minutes. today that takes me over an hour, and it's a great strain for me to do. Just an example.